Zidane, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. Yes, we are back with the devlogs, and I'm so excited to actually be able to share my awesome devlogs with you guys. Unfortunately, though, there are some things that are a bit annoying, to say the least. This devlog is a little bit different because it's less of an actual devlog of the game and more of a devlog on what's been going on with the channel. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, a lot of my videos recently have had this kind of just stuttery effect just in the video. This was mostly just due to the fact that my computer has been just having huge issues with the camera for a little while. So I decided to just scrap the idea of using the computer for at least the camera for a little while and instead use this camera as my primary camera so that things are just plain and simple, easier to deal with. I've also decided to just be using the mic attached to my computer using Audacity for all of the audio. And also, now that I'm standing, we have a much better use of the green screen, and that's honestly helping out a ton. This is going to be the new format. Basically, me standing, the camera there, the mic there. Lights are still in their usual spots, but it's a much better format for this channel. Obviously, still the green screen is going to be here, showing off everything that's going on behind me. Now let's actually look at what I've done with the game. The first thing is that I haven't actually done as much with the game in these past months as I really wanted to. A few things actually are the reason for this. The primary thing is the fact that, well, I was not doing that great on a lot of levels, and I didn't feel like I could actually make the game as much as I wanted to, which caused a lot of problems and stress. So instead, I decided to take a break for a little while and focus on schoolwork. Now that schoolwork has basically been wrapping up and has become a lot more easier, I can now go back to the weekly videos on devlog as well as other things so that maybe I can actually get back into the swing of things, maybe do some more stuff with Pelora, maybe do some more stuff with Build the Adventure. All that stuff can finally come back to the channel that I've been desiring to make stuff for the past while. And yeah, but what I have actually managed to get done for the game is some basically small stuff to basically fix a few glitches that I was noticing, as well as I've created two new groups of characters, kind of. They're not really new, but you get what I mean. As well as a third character, which if you follow me on Twitter, you would actually know that this is Jade, one of the brand new characters for the game, and she's actually going to be a super important character going forward. I'm not exactly certain on how much she's going to be important, but I feel like she will still have quite a big importance, as basically you're teaching her how to be a humanoid. Um, as you can see, she is actually a tabaxi. I am going to be changing the name of the cat people, but she is a tabaxi that was raised by panthers, which I think is actually a really interesting story aspect from my D&D game. So I decided to actually take her and put her into the game. So that one of the things that you're going to actually be required to do in the game is actually show her some things to make her more human and actually help people out more. As you do this, she's going to be going around to random cities helping out more people rather than causing mischief. Um, some of when you first meet her, she's actually going to be a random battle that will just appear in the Forest of Bandits. After you defeat her, you have a little discussion with her, and depending on how you answer her questions, will determine what she does next. If you fail it, she's going to be running off to another forest and doing basically the exact same thing. to a certain degree, this may become a post-game situation, considering the fact that she's actually going to be a pretty weak character to battle, but you're not necessarily supposed to kill her. You're supposed to just battle her and knock her out. That's basically the whole point of this whole game. And having it be a relatively easy fight really helps with that. Basically making her just be a level up thing that you see just randomly in one of the forests until you complete that part of the mission, and then she starts going to different cities. You have to do some stuff with her there, and honestly, I think that will be a really fun concept to eventually making her become a member of a party, either in Little Lizard Toe or in Big Lizard Toe. I'm still working out the details there, but once she does that, then things will actually start to become really interesting, and she's going to become an adventurer of herself. And honestly, I think that's going to be a really interesting idea for the story. That you basically help someone stop being basically a jerk and become a hero for the people. And that's just one of the characters that I've introduced. A lot of the other characters also have similar ideas, sort of what they are also going to be doing. As you can see, these two groups actually look very similar. And if you're actually a big fan of the channel, especially early on, then you may realize what one of these is. This is Electro Ninja's Lab, as well as Anti-Lab, which basically these two groups have kind of been at odds here on the channel for a few years. I'd always had this idea back when the channel first started that there was an opposite version of Electro Ninja. And at the time, I didn't really know what the heck it was going to be. Was it going to be some chaotic thing that was like his evil twin brother, or what was it going to be? Eventually, I decided that that was going to be someone that was pulled out of Electro Ninja after he had gone to the Realm of Darkness, and basically it was a way to save him from the darkness within himself. And I decided to actually just roll with that, creating all of these anti-ninja characters, or anti-lab characters. Obviously, if you've watched the Halloween special from 2 years ago, then you know that frickin' Anti-Matt has been a part of this whole thing for a little while. And yeah, he's in this. But there's also other characters that are being introduced, like Anti-Raven, Anti-Umbrella, Anti-Dr. Fanu, Anti-Professor Lily, Anti-Shion, and all these other characters that I honestly thought were not going to be as important as they might actually become. Basically, my idea going forward is that Electro Ninja's Lab is actually still going to be pretty important in the Floating City, which is going to be the last moment in the demo. Just like it was, what the plan was for the original version. Unfortunately, I just stopped that version and never went forward with it. But now, they're actually going to send you on another mission. Basically, somewhere when they came across into this universe, all of their anti-versions also came to this world. Anti-Ninja, Anti-Matt, all of them. They all came here and are causing havoc. So they need you to actually go out and find them, because they're too busy making sure that this city is well and truly protected. Unfortunately, we don't know where the heck they are, which is honestly going to cause a lot of issues going forward. But I think that a lot of fans are absolutely going to love getting to see this whole situation and how it's going to play out. This is not going to be the final boss, don't worry. More than likely, this is going to be a side boss that you don't necessarily have to do in order to actually complete the game. Instead, you're gonna around the same time, you're also gonna be going to a city, a new city, in order to find the first of the antes. This one will actually be required, and that's how you get your house. But at that same time that you go to your house, you're also going to find out that there's actually this dark overlord that's basically trying to destroy the world. And that's going to be the start of all of the chaos that's going to be going on for the rest of the game to eventually get you to the Dark Citadel. I'm not exactly certain if that's going to be the name, but basically, the evil lord of the entire world is basically going to be there. Or, more than likely, it's going to be a slightly lesser evil that you have to fight, realize, oh, fudge, it's not actually this guy, and then frickin' uh, Liza One Shot comes in, kills the bad guy, and everything's saved. So, yeah, those are a few things to actually think about for how you're actually going to play this game. A lot of people will probably be saying stuff like, oh, the Dark Citadel. There's an evil overlord that's living there and wants to destroy the entire world. You're not quite ready to deal with him, but he is there, and someone will need to deal with him soon. Things like that will likely be happening for a while after that. But until you actually do something in the main story, that's when you can actually go to the Dark Citadel and actually face the true boss. So definitely look forward to seeing how all of that plays out, because honestly, I'm really excited to see what the heck I'm actually going to do with this whole Building the Adventure series. And honestly, I really hope that all of the choices that you make throughout this game actually mean something and really help to make this game as good as it's going to be. Obviously, there's also going to be some new areas being introduced soon. I can't really show too much about it, but if you've played the Dragon Heist D&D game, an equivalent to Troll Skull Manor, it's going to be a different thing, but kind of a similar thing is going to be in there, and that's going to be Tarhoon's actual home. And you're actually going to be able to meet his original party and stuff like that. But it's not actually going to be Troll Skull Manor. Just know that because I don't want to get sued. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, definitely make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. Leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. If you have any ideas for how you want Build the Adventure to go, then definitely make sure to leave them down in the comments below. And if you really want to help out this whole project, then also head down to the description and check out all of our links down there, including our Discord, which is actually where you can actually help out with this project. And of course, there's also all of our other social medias and ways that you can support us financially, including our Patreon, which a big thank you to our current patron, Sheeny. And I think I said this already, but if you are new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. Anyways, guys, I have been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. Badon!